Hello there, Leo. Thank you for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of October 19th through the 25th. Let's put down some cards for you. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg as usual. All right, so Leos, on Monday, what you have showing up is you have the Queen of Coins in reverse. Is this you or is this someone you're dealing with? I feel like this is someone you're actually dealing with. So you have somebody in your life who, how exactly is this playing in? Okay, so it feels like you've got a couple of things going on. So this is going to be manifesting in different ways for different ones of you. First of all, for each way this is manifesting, I do feel like this is somebody that you're interacting with on Monday. So first of all, let's make that clear. This is not you. So for the first way that this is coming in, I feel like this is somebody that you're interacting with who has been being generous to somebody else and has realized that their generosity is being abused or that they're being taken advantage of. And so she is cutting off that generosity on Monday. Done with that. And I feel like the interaction that you have with her, I feel like she may be kind of letting off some steam about this whole situation because it's not something that it's something that bothers her. Let's put it that way. Okay. So now the second situation, so the second way that this is coming in for some of you Leos is that this person that you're interacting with has decided that you have been taking advantage of his or her generosity. For most of you, this will be a female, but not for all of you. And that whatever it is that she has been doing that she feels like you've been taking advantage of, she is pulling the cord on that, cutting that off. So whether that is a factual idea that she has about you taking advantage of her, I don't know. For some of you, probably it will be true. For some of you, it won't be. But she has decided enough is enough, and she is shutting some things down. So you just kind of want to be aware whenever you come into that situation, especially if it's something that, you know, where you're really not doing anything wrong and you wouldn't expect this. Kind of have your heads up a little bit. Don't let yourself be totally taken surprised by this. Have some backup plans in place if somebody's being generous to you that may go in that direction where she says, whoa, wait a second, that's enough is enough. All right, so let's move on to Tuesday, Leos. You have another court card. How many court cards do you have? Three court cards, plus you've got the High Priestess, which is major arcana. So, and you've got a couple of major arcanas. So this is going to be an active week. Tuesday, you have the King of Clubs showing up in reverse. And the King of Clubs in reverse is, once again, somebody that you're interacting with. And I feel like for many of you Leos, this is somebody that is coming to you for advice. This is, for most of you, a gentleman. For some of you, it will be a lady. Somebody who thinks outside the box, very creative, normally pretty good at problem solving. And I feel like for some of you, the problem that they're having may be in a relationship with you. Maybe they're not quite sure how to handle some particular situation that's coming up. Now, I don't feel like that's the problem that they have for all of you. That's just coming in for some of you. But the key is that they are having some kind of problem they're not quite sure how to handle in the best way. And so I feel like they come to you for input or for advice on what can be done with this situation so that it can be handled well. Okay, so that's what we have coming in for Tuesday, interaction with somebody who needs some advice or some input on dealing with the situation in their life. Now, Wednesday, Leo, 10 of Coins showing up in reverse for you guys. 10 of Coins in reverse just means that there's something going on with security in your life. And we all have different ideas about security and what brings us security, what makes us feel secure. And so this can manifest in just as many ways as we have different ideas about security. But a 10 of Coins is talking about that there's something that was making us feel secure in this manifestation that is disappearing from our life on Wednesday. So this could be that maybe there's some kind of storm and a tree branch falls on your house and you have to call the insurance and have people come out and work on your house. This could be something where the car breaks down and you have to take the car to the shop. This could be something where maybe you were doing some kind of work on the side and something happened with that income where it came to a halt for a short time or something along those lines. So this can be, it can be a lot of different things. Also, a lot of people consider security having to do with relationships. Relationships and their relationship status makes them feel secure or not secure. So this could have to do with a relationship as well, and it doesn't have to be romantic either. It could be a family relationship or whatever. So there's emotions that come into play when we talk about feeling secure as well. So this is one of those cards, the Ten of Coins, that really does cross the line a lot, because it does talk about security, crosses the line a lot between emotions, between material goods, between things that we're passionate about, or the things that we feel that we have, well, the passionate things in our lives. So this is an interesting card because it kind of crosses over all the suits. So this is just whatever it is that makes you feel secure. There's something going to be happening that sort of diminishes that on Wednesday. The good news is that a lot of times when something like that is diminished, then that gives us an opportunity to look around and see how can we fill those holes. And generally what we find is something better than what we had before. For example, I was living in an apartment that I thought was absolutely perfect for me when I first moved into it. I was starting to outgrow it, but it still was a very secure place. It was in a budget that I could afford. It was in a neighborhood that I loved, and there got to be a water leak in this apartment, and I ended up with mold in this apartment, and the mold became a problem. And so I was released from the lease at the apartment. So that would be a total Ten of Coins situation. Now where was I going to go? I didn't have a home, much less a home in a neighborhood that I liked, that I could afford. So that would be a Ten of Coins in reverse. Now, when I'm talking about a lot of times, whenever something like that happens that diminishes our security, that gives us an opportunity to look for something that may end up putting us in a more secure place than we started out with. This is the perfect example of that. I ended up finding an apartment that was bigger, which I had really outgrown the other apartment anyway. By the time I was released from the lease, I found an apartment that was bigger, that actually was $5 less a month, so still within my range, and half a block away across the alley, so still within my beautiful neighborhood that I love, full of wonderful people. So Ten of Coins in reverse can seem kind of scary when we lose that thing that makes us feel secure, but it's not the end of the story, because it gives us the opportunity to look for something else that does make us feel secure, and we usually find something better than the last thing. Okay, so don't stress out about your Ten of Coins in reverse if it shows up for you, Leos. Just be on the lookout for, okay, how do I fill that gap? What's coming next? Now Thursday, what you Leos have is you have the Queen of Clubs showing up, and the Queen of Clubs is somebody, once again, that you're going to be interacting with. This is someone who is very creative, thinks outside the box, good at problem solving. In fact, she's like the female version of the King of Clubs, who we saw earlier on Tuesday. And for most of you, this will be a female. For some of you, it will be male. General reading, not going to lock down a gender. I feel like on Thursday, she gives you some really good ideas about this whole security issue that happened Wednesday. Because she is such a great problem solver, I think that it's easier for her to see the new opportunities quickly, even when it's a situation just with herself, but especially when it's a situation that is not her and she's the outsider looking in. So I feel like she gives you some really good insights on Thursday about how to handle that security issue that has changed for you Wednesday. So it's a good thing. Friday, you have a great card coming up. This is the Star card, and the Star card tells me that you have some real clarity on Friday about what you want to accomplish in your life, what your goal is, what your purpose is, what you're on target for right now. And the reason I like that card so much is because when we know this type of stuff, It makes decision making so easy for us. So this card is not saying necessarily that we're having an easy life on Friday, but it is saying that we know what we want. And so it's easy for us to make decisions about the people that we want to be spending time with, the projects we want to be putting our energy into, the communications that we want to be having with other people. All of that stuff is real easy to figure out for us because we know what the goal is and we have that goal in our mind. So I love the star card because it does just really clarify things up for us. Saturday, you have another great card. This is the Nine of Coins. And the Nine of Coins is just telling me that you're feeling pretty happy about your lifestyle and how things are going in your life. Now, if this card came in reverse, we would be talking about not so happy and making some changes, like maybe your commute is too long to work, or maybe you don't have a very good balance between home life and work life, or whatever. But with the Nine of Coins coming in right side up, this is talking about that the way you have your life and your lifestyle set up right now, it's pretty much the way you want it. It's kind of it's in a good place. Things are on track right now. So that's a really nice card to have come up for you guys on Saturday, Leo. Now Sunday, you have the High Priestess. Just feeling around here. Your intuition is really kicking in on Sunday, Leos. Some of you don't even acknowledge your intuition. That's what I'm being told. It's not that you don't have it, you just don't acknowledge it. And that unacknowledged thing, for those of you who don't acknowledge your intuition, is going to be just rocking your world on Sunday. When I see the High Priestess come up, there's one of two things that is happening. Either you're realizing your own abilities as a psychic or as a spiritual healer or as some kind of direct light worker, as, you know, having some kind of abilities like that, whether you're actually using it professionally or not. Or if you're not just realizing your abilities, then those abilities that you know you have, for those of you who do know you already have abilities, are really just jumping up in strength. So either what you're doing already is getting way stronger, or the other thing is you can be expanding. Say that you're somebody like me and you specialize in readings. Now maybe Sunday you've decided, oh, you know what? I want to learn how to do spiritual healings. I want to start studying that. And so you can expand in that way too. It's not just that you're getting stronger in what you do, which for some of you that's what it will be, but for some of you it will be branching out and doing some other things as well. Okay, so that is your week, Leos. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody who has been watching my dailies so faithfully. Those of you who have been getting readings from me, thank you. Thank you to everybody who has been liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your support so much. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here again next week. Peace out.